What's up, everybody? Today's a cool day. Installing a stealth performance module on my 2017 Ram Cummins diesel. These things are not full-on performance chips. They're not a delete kit. They are simply a tool that, from what I understand, increases the fuel pressure to the engine, giving you a little bit more power. So I've had experience with it in the past. It's had really good success with this particular module, and I know a lot of people who run it with no complaints. So this is going to be a great addition to my 2017. It's pretty small and compact. I'm going to show you how to install it. All you need is a flathead screwdriver and a 10mm socket, and that's it. So we're going to get going on this, and then I'll give you some real-world feedback on what I think. Now the module is going to come with a wiring harness, which I went ahead and just unboxed here, and it just has a couple of clips that are OE style, and you can see that's about the location they're at. There's two of them. I'm going to try to show you the best I can with the camera here where they're at, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, so you can see the clips here that have to come out from your factory harness. Here is the first one, and then the second is right back here. You can barely see the top of it. Now the back one's a little harder to get to, so I'm going to start with that one. Not impossible, just takes a little bit of patience, and we'll get her popped out and then move on. Alright, there you go. There's that back one popped out. You just got to push that down and get it out of there. So when you look on the harness here, there's going to be some white little labels here that say engine, fan, and flywheel. The flywheel connection goes to the furthest back on the engine, and the fan closest to you facing forward. So once again, that part's super easy. It's just snapping them in place. Make sure you push them in square and feel a really good snap though. You want to make sure that you got good contact before you start your engine. And then the other side just goes right into your factory harness here. And then you just kind of push that up underneath near the firewall. Same thing for this side. Once again, fan goes up here close. Alright, so once you get all that stuff plugged in, what you're going to do is just run your wiring harness kind of up behind the brake booster on your firewall and over towards your battery on the driver's side. go. Alright, so once you get to this stage, you're going to see that you have all of the wires over here to the driver's side of the vehicle near the battery. And you'll have 3 separate connections, four. You're going to have the black and red for your battery. This white connection is for the power selector knob. And this connection goes right to your power module itself. And so what we're going to do first is we're going to just go ahead and hook up the wire connections before we plug it in, just to make sure that when we touch the positive and negative battery cables that we don't actually generate a spark or anything like that that could potentially hurt the circuit board on the module. Once again, this is just a 10 millimeter. Make sure you go red to red, black to black, or you will absolutely cause a problem with your module. Important to note that you don't really need to go super tight here. You're just simply snugging it up, making sure you got good contact. Okay, so now we're just going to go ahead and grab our stealth module box itself right here, plug it in, make sure we got a good connection, and then conveniently there's this really cool space right here by the battery box that this thing will just slide right in. It's just like it was meant to be. And then we're going to go ahead and just grab our adjuster knob here and plug it in. Now this can be ran through the firewall, so you can have kind of shift on the fly power settings. I'm not concerned about that, so I'm going to go ahead and put it right here in this space next to the battery box as well. It does have 4 settings, so if you go all the way to the left, that's your factory power setting. 1 click to the right, approximately 30 horsepower. 2 clicks, approximately 60 or middle. 3 clicks to the right, approximately 90 horsepower and or high setting. So I'm going to start on the high setting just to see how I like it with my truck in 35s and go from there. So before I go ahead and start the truck, I just want to remind everybody that when you're doing anything, you always go back and double check your work. So before I start the truck for the first time, I'm going to go ahead and check all the connections one more time, make sure everything is good and tight, and then we'll go ahead and do a test fire or a test run, and then I'll take you around the block and let the truck kind of adapt to the module, and then I'll let you know my feedback. All right, everybody, everything's tight. I double checked every connection. So I'm going to go ahead and jump in and give it a start and make sure they don't have any engine checked engine lights or anything like that. Alright everybody, so I've done a few miles and I've kind of let it catch up, Woo! Oh, it feels so much nicer. You know, I don't have a dyno or anything like that, but I can tell you that my seat of the pants dyno can feel a significant increase in power. And the drivability of the truck just feels so much better. I've done about 8 miles so far, mixing a little bit of mix of stop and go and a little bit faster speeds, and man, it feels a lot better. Throttle response is better. Kind of feels like the turbo spools up a little quicker. No doubt, when you engage the throttle hard, it definitely sets you back a little bit more. Now, I have seen previous dyno or other people do dyno tests with this module and have picked up roughly 100, anywhere between 85 and 100 horsepower at the high setting, and about 120 foot-pounds of torque on average from the ones I've seen online and reading in some of the forums. So anyways, is this for you? Well, I think it's for a lot of people. If you're just looking to generate a little bit of edge in your truck and give it a little bit of a pickup in its get up, I think this module is for you. And I can tell you from past experience with some friends that it does provide an increase in fuel mileage. So I'll definitely report out on that at a later time. But man, it's just feels good so far. I'm pretty pleased. So I'm gonna wrap this install and first impressions video up. If you guys have any questions about this module for your Cummins, yeah, go ahead and drop a comment. I'll get back with you. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe the videos, and so you can get notified when the next one comes out. Oh, guys, it pulls so much better. I'm really happy with the increase in power. So. Yeah, please like, share, and subscribe, and like I said, if you have any questions, please go ahead and post them below. I'll make sure to get back to them, and be sure to follow this truck, because there's a lot more coming with the build of this pickup. This is my hunting and tow rig and family rig, but I've got some pretty good sized plans for it, and this is literally just the beginning, as they say. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy your day. Don't let this COVID bullcrap get to you, and we'll see you in the next one.